Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most compassionate, the most merciful, all praise and thanks are due to him, and peace and blessings be upon his beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. He who is guided by the will of Allah, no one can misguide him, and he who is misguided, no one can guide him except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your deeds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept your siyam. May Allah let all kinds and types of barakah be descended, inshallah, upon every single person of you in this blessed month of Ramadan. On your behalf, I'm welcoming engineer brother Hibbullah Habib, the co-founder and the CEO of Muslim Do application. Assalamu alaikum, brother Hibbullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak to you and to your respected audience in this blessed first day of Ramadan.
Allah yazikum al-khair, barakallah fikum, may Allah accept. Respected brothers and sisters, since last Ramadan, you are listening to me and tens of others who are talking about Muslim Do application, and you have many times watched short videos talking about the benefits of Muslim Do application. What is Muslim Do application? We were talking about that it was designed especially to connect Muslims in Canada and in North America, and it's not like any other application. It's a very special designed application, and so on and so on and so on. Today we will be having a very intensive, direct to the point from the person who started the idea, who co-founded the whole idea from the scratch, from 0 points. This is a special interview with brother Hibbullah Habib to know about Muslim Do. So we have a number of questions to spread the awareness, to discover that you are watching Muslim Do TV now, which is just a small tool of the huge Muslim Do application. Muslim Do application, more or less in my simple words, like the Facebook and the WhatsApp together combined 10 years ago, when we were not aware how we could be using Facebook and WhatsApp. This is in my words, in my understanding. But let's see basically the co-founder, what does he say about the first question, brother Hibbullah. In your words, in your understanding as a co-founder, as a CEO for Muslim Do application, what is Muslim Do application, to whom it was designed, and it is supposed to serve who?
الله يجزيك خير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. بارك الله فيك. Muslim Do idea evolved over the time. It's been almost 2 years since we started the project, along with my colleagues. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, since then, we have moved and covered a good ground of developing Muslim Do to what it is today.
MashaAllah.
In its vision, Muslim Do vision is to empower Muslim communities. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we have laid down our mission through that, is by bringing change to our organizations to improve performance and increase results. Of course, that both the vision and mission will not be achieved unless, by the grace of Allah and His support, we achieve several different objectives in order to fulfill our vision. So Muslim Do target the whole community, the whole Muslim community that lives in non-Muslim countries. And if we analyze our community, we will realize that it consists 3 main components. The Muslim individuals, and those Muslim individuals seeks their unique wants and needs from the other 2 components. They seek special needs and wants from Islamic organizations, various Islamic organizations, whether it is the masjid, musalla, charity organization, women organization. Most of the non-profit organizations serves the Muslim individuals and fulfill some of their wants and needs. Together, that's how the Muslim is served in various wants. The other component, which is the Muslim businesses, the commercial side of the community, also serve the Muslim based on some wants and needs that he only can find at those organizations. Wants like, for example, halal food, halal restaurant, Muslim female doctor, dentist, pharmacist, whatever that he might be looking for, halal or Sharia compliance services. All those wants and needs, he would definitely go to the other component and search for it. If we combine them together, this is basically our Muslim community. Now, the app, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, have analyzed carefully each component and looked at how the application could serve each component separately by fulfilling their wants and needs and answering some of their challenges and answer some of their obstacles that they face in their daily life through the app. So the app, inshallah ta'ala, would serve each component individually, but combined, it will also serve the whole community together. Yani, for example, we have looked at the Muslim individual and we fulfilled most of the Muslim individual need when it comes to worships, ibadat. The app helps the Muslim to find prayers time wherever he is, also leads him to the nearest masjid that he can go and perform salah there. At the same time, the app gives the Muslim an e-Quran, which is one of the best e-Quran available in the market, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.
MashaAllah.
Has a lot of features that serve the Muslim who understand how to read Quran perfectly, but also helps those who wants to learn how to read Quran. There's Qibla, so wherever you are, you can get the direction to Qibla. There is Sibha, which means you can fulfill your adhkar and fulfill your daily du'as that you need to do in the morning and the evening before prayer and so on, before sleeping and so on. The very also other unique feature is the 24/7 Quran. That is, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, gives the user the access to more than 130 different Qari Muqri' and select among them his favorites and make his list and listen to Quran while he's driving or while he's in his office and in the background. And whenever there's a call or anything like that, the app will switch off and then come back again once the call is finished. A lot of features that helps the Muslim, especially now and during Ramadan, to fulfill a lot of his ibadat during the day. One of the very important ibadat that we usually tackle and do a lot during Ramadan, which is the Quran, as we said, but also the sadaqah. Ramadan is the month of sadaqah. The app makes sadaqah very accessible, very easy. In simple touches, you can fulfill your sadaqah, you can pay your zakah, you can choose among different organizations where you want your sadaqah to go. And these steps are made in a very simple way, alhamdulillah. Now, with this app, you don't need to go and move from one website to another, search for the organization. You will find most of the organizations, inshallah, in the app. And at the same time, you don't need to go physically to do your zakah and pay it. The app will allow you to do it anytime, anywhere, in a simple steps. Such features, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, are all directly made and to serve the Muslims during Ramadan in their ibadat.
Now, basically, just we've stopped by the feature of the donation, which is very vital and important. And I think maybe Muslims in specific, like many other religions, I believe, in North America at the time of the pandemic, they suffered a lot because basically everyone knows that the states here basically do not support religious, places. I mean, we depend the 100% on donations. So at the lockdown, because of the COVID, many Muslim organizations they were destroyed financially speaking, because no one was able to go to attend the Jum'ah prayer. No one was able to go to support, which is even, the utilities, the bills, the monthly bills, many masajid, they were not able to pay. So does this really fix this problem and help in this problem? Which means, for la samhallah, God forbid, if anything happened again out of our control, can we still support our Islamic centers and masajid just by touching a button in the app?
Absolutely. And alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the paying sadaqah, paying donations, paying zakat through the app made a big solution to the major challenge during the close down because of the pandemic. Many of the organizations did not have online donation on their websites. Many of the organizations, they're not equipped on how to reach out to the musallin and followers other than physical donation during Jum'ah time. Those organizations, they were heavily affected. And alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we looked at the challenges during the pandemic, and we did a lot of features in the app to serve and to overcome those challenges with those organizations. One of them, for example, is the donations, where the Muslim can donate anytime from anywhere, even if he wants to do it in the middle of the night. Just open the app, which means there is a donation box of each organization in your pocket.
Yes,
at your convenience. You just do that donation. Not only that, but we also kept few features that helped the user to be more connected to the organization, to his masjid, to his community center. A lot of people depends on donating during the day of Jum'ah, but sometimes you're not carrying cash. Yeah. And sometimes you just rush out because you have to to go back to your work or catch an appointment. So you don't have the time to wait in front of the kiosk to pay by your credit card. Having the payment to be done in the app, it's a great solution. It's a very bring convenience to each party, to the individual and to the Islamic organization. On top of that, we also have added more convenient feature, like if you really wants to do your sadaqah on a monthly basis, you only need to just press a simple button, and then the payment, alhamdulillah, will be taken on a monthly basis from your credit card or your account direct to the Islamic.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. What about the security? Is it an encrypted transaction?
Yeah, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the team have took every possible step that is available today in the market to make the app safe in terms of security. And we have followed all the requirements from the payment gateways that would make those payments safe and secure. The app is encrypted end to end, alhamdulillah. So such features makes the app safe, not only for the data that's inside it, but also for the payment transactions also. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is, for example, the part on how we looked at the users and put some solutions and objective that would serve them. But at the same time, we looked at the Islamic organizations, and we interviewed so many of them in order to fulfill some of the requirements and some of their needs. And we have developed, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, at the back end of the mobile app, a what's so-called CRM system. It's an administration system that the Islamic organizations will be able to use them in running their daily tasks, daily work. And alhamdulillah, today, as as an MVP product, which stands for minimum viable product, because this is our first release. The app and the CRM is capable of managing at least 10 different daily tasks that the organization need to do, and have automized most of those tasks through the CRM.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. طيب, if we come to the businessmen, people of business, who should be one of the most important, let's say, segments of the triangle that you were talking about, can you highlight a little bit more how businessmen will be benefiting from this app and why they should really be happy for the existence of this app, and what do you advise them to do in terms of doing their best to be inside this app?
No. Alhamdulillah, we have spent almost the last 2 years analyzing, structuring, designing, and looking how we can practically and through the IT development translate all those wishes and dreams into reality. The last period, almost a year and a half, we spent it on developing how to serve the connection between the Islamic individual, the Muslim individual, and the Islamic organizations. The Muslim businesses will take a very big size of the application, and inshallah ta'ala we will be starting the development of that part after Ramadan. We will be inshallah contacting and partnershiping with several commercial organizations that would help us define more and more of the needs and wants that we can inshallah translate into features just similar to what we have right now. So the app, the interface will be the same for the user. The user do not need to download different apps. It's all in one mobile app.
Yes,
he will be able to access Islamic organizations and will be able to access Muslim businesses. And at the same time, Muslim businesses will be able to access the Muslim individuals. And in this way, we would be, inshallah, fulfilling the some of the objectives that we have laid down to fulfill our vision.
Jameel, mashallah, the question before the last question now, where did you reach in terms of the, reach out to the people, the numbers who have downloaded your app, what you are looking in the future, what is your future plan in terms of comparison between where did you start, on what phase you are now, what you are looking for in the future?
Inshallah, alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, first of all. We started last year, like this time in Ramadan, with our first prototype. Okay. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the organizations have partnered with us during the last Ramadan until now. Among them, Dar Foundation, Salam, Masjid al-Salam in Brampton, Aurora Center and Aurora, Al-Abrar Center in Aurora, and Ibn Rushd in Ottawa. Thank you very much to all those organizations for supporting us during the prototype. We have learned a lot from them. And alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, it was a very humble start, as we say. Not a lot of marketing, and we did not do any campaign yet. But alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, we were able to fulfill the target that we had after last Ramadan, that we want to enter this Ramadan with 30,000 users. But I can tell you, alhamdulillah, we entered this Ramadan with more than 40,000 users.
MashaAllah, 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 alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Today, we have more than 40,000 downloads among both Android and iOS users. And in the next stage is, inshallah, we will have our major task to conduct the relationships with Islamic organization to have them on board with us on Muslim Do to serve the Muslim community, inshallah, in Canada. And for that, alhamdulillah, the social media team have done a great job. Allah yajzihim khair, with the very little resources that we gave and allocated for them. I can tell you, for example, let me just get some statistics on.
Okay.
The Facebook reach, alhamdulillah, we have
MashaAllah.
2.8 million on Facebook. We had more than 1.7 million live engagements on the app. The beautiful YouTube, we have almost 4.2, 4.3 million on the YouTube. All those numbers, basically, they indicate positive. They drove us to encourage us to continue, which means it tells us that the community is really looking for such service. There's a need in the market for it. Muslims do really need to have modern tools to communicate with their organizations and reach out. And also the organizations will enjoy, inshallah, modern tools in communicating and reaching out to their audience.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
The future is big for us. We, at the very end, we have 5 stages for Muslim Do to complete the dream project, if you want to call it. Today, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we have fulfilled 2 stages. The very end stage is, inshallah, to have the first Muslim social media, where the 3 components of your of the Muslim community would be able to use such a social media, and inshallah they will enjoy using 5 platforms on the same hub.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
We're working on having a communication platform, event management platform, donation and fundraising platform, e-commerce, and if Allah help us to a certain extent, a marketplace platform, and then the very last, volunteer and job platform. Those platforms, inshallah, they will be at the service of the 3 components. They can build their communities and enjoy utilizing such tools, and we hope by reaching to that stage, we would be fulfilling the vision of Muslim Do, which is empowering our Muslim communities.
MashaAllah. Like, Brother Hibbullah, before we finish, some people are asking about, is the application supported by Arabic? If not, why?
Okay. I'm very thankful to all the audiences and the users that have communicated with us through the app so far. They're using the comments and the announcements. Many thanks for expressing their thoughts and expressing their suggestions. We at Muslim Do, we are still at the very beginning of our work. This is the first version, the very first complete version. Inshallah ta'ala, the plan is to add more languages once we reach to the level that the product is almost completed, because we still have a very long way in adding more features, enhancing some of the features that we have. Some of the languages that we plan to add, inshallah ta'ala, to serve Muslims in North America. Of course, the English language that we have started with, then we plan to add Arabic, French, Spanish, and Urdu bi'idhnillah ta'ala. So the will support those 5 languages, and the user will be able to choose among them. Today, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, our Muslim Do TV supports both languages, and most of your programs, alhamdulillah, they are between English and Arabic. So I want to emphasize that we do believe strongly that the Arabic language is the Quran language, and inshallah it will be very fulfilled over the time. But until then, they need to just bear it with us, support us, make dua for us, first of all, share the app as much as they can with their friends and colleagues, make the app spread, because the more that we are spread, the more that the app is utilized, the technology will be verified, glitches will be fixed, and so on. So the best thing that they can do for us is to share the app as much as they can with their relatives, make them, especially during this Ramadan, encourage them to use the Quran, to listen to the Quran and read the Quran from the app. Give us the ajr. This is the sadaqah that we look forward, and inshallah every person that shared the app with others and they also benefit from the app, they will get the ajr bi'idhnillah ta'ala.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair. Barakallah feek for this very beautiful insight. Any final word you would like to send to the audience of Muslim Do who are watching now through the app and through the social media platforms?
Allah yajzihum al-khair jami'an. Thank you very much for bearing it with us since last Ramadan with the prototype. And thank you very much for watching the Muslim Do TV. I know Dr. Amjad have worked hard with the team in the last 3 months, putting together the programs and the episode that will be broadcasted. So don't lose this great opportunity of meeting tens of scholars and activists. And inshallah, in another episode, we can explain more about the Muslim Do TV features, because also this is a very unique features we did not touch base on. It's the only app that has an in-app TV with a live broadcast.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. And we would like to be very thankful for you, our dearest audience, that since last Ramadan and since a few months, we are doing our best, Alhamdulillah, and Allah bestowed His blessings upon us. And we have about 10 big renowned scholars from around the world. We have about 50 activists and da'iyah and alim from within Canada, and about 50 guests, da'iyah and alim and preacher and celebrities from the United States. All of those will be with you through very intensive daily program every day in the Eastern time of the East Coast time of the Canadians and the United States. Will be broadcasting every day starting from 5 p.m. up to the Maghrib time, which we are talking about 3 hours plus, because we are moving with the Maghrib time. You will be watching competitions, you will be listening to recitation of the Quran, you will be watching something that has to do with Islamic thoughts, tafsir, aqidah, seerah, fiqh, Islamic finance, many different things. Alhamdulillah, this is by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakumullah khair, brother Hibullah Habib, you and your team, the basic founders and all of your team behind the scenes, and I know that we have at least maybe 30 or 35 or maybe 40 workers, the 24 hours are working to let this khair reach to the Muslims around the world. Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much for being with us through Muslim Do application, and see you in a next beautiful episode, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.